Hello everyone, back to today's third and final video. So we're doing the 24th and final Christmas update for today's third and final video. So we started Christmas updates at the beginning of November. The first day of November was the day of the first Christmas update. We've done 23 updates so far. This is your 24th and final update. We are just a couple of days away from Christmas Eve now. So for the final time, I took you through the GFS. And you'll see what we're forecasting for Christmas 2018. I don't think it's going to be a particularly memorable Christmas, I have to say. It looks very, very quiet. Lots of high pressure. So probably one of those Christmases that kind of like fades away into the background very quickly. Once it's gone, I think. I don't think we'll be looking back on this one from a weather perspective anyway, with a great deal of interest. But I'll take you through the weather we're expecting for the whole of Christmas week, starting on Christmas Eve and going through to the New Year very shortly. Just to say that today's first two videos, so we have the main video update, which runs for about half an hour. That details all of the latest in terms of the sudden stratospheric warmth, which have started over Russia now and will intensify and move into the Arctic for Christmas. And also it has a look at weather next week to 10 days as well. And then we have the CFS 6-month look ahead. That's on the homepage as well. It's just for fun. It's taking you from January through to June 2019 with the CFS V2 on. So you can find both of those videos right now on the homepage. I'll talk about tomorrow's videos and videos over Christmas at the end of this video. So we're going to start off the 24th and final Christmas update, looking at weather for Christmas Eve first of all. So this is how Christmas Eve is looking. On Monday, we've got a ridge of high pressure building through the UK and much of Western Europe. So high pressure is taking over pattern. Upper air temperatures are quite cool, except in the far southwest where it's a bit milder. But otherwise, the upper air temperatures looking quite cool on Christmas Eve. Away from the far south and southwest, where we've got, excuse me, we've got a little bit of cloud and some light rain. Most places are actually forecast to have a clear day, so plenty of sunshine around for Christmas Eve. A little bit of patchy rain in the far south and southwest, but otherwise it's a dry day. But it's a fairly cold day, actually. We are forecasting now pretty chilly Christmas Eve, so temperatures for England and Wales just 5, 6, 7 degrees. That's about average for the time of year, but it will feel rather cool compared to what I've been used to. And further north, the temperature's actually really struggling. So across the far north of England into Scotland, we're only talking about 2s, 3s and 4s. Really quite a cold day up in the north. Northern Ireland also coming out at 4 to 6, feeling pretty chilly there. Then that takes us through to Christmas Day. So Christmas Day finds high pressure right over top of the country. There will be a weather front out in the far west, but otherwise we are under an area of high pressure for Christmas Day 2018. Upper air temperatures lifting up a little bit, but nothing's happening in the atmosphere really to stir things up. So I would expect quite a cool day for most of us. Mainly dry weather. There are a few showers being forecast for these Irish Sea coast and across Northern Ireland, but basically it's another dry day on Christmas Day. A bit of an east-west split for clouds, so western parts of the country looking rather cloudy, particularly across Ireland, but also some parts of south-west Scotland, north-west England, down to west of Wales, south-west England too. There could be quite a bit of cloud there. But for most central, eastern and northern parts of the country, actually the skies are clear, so quite a sunny Christmas Day, quite a nice day indeed. Now, it could start off white from frost across northern and eastern parts of the country, so that would look quite pretty and seasonable, I think. As you open your Christmas presents on Christmas morning, we could get a frost through Scotland, we could get a frost through northern England, possibly down into the Midlands, over towards East Anglia, some parts of Yorkshire, Lincolnshire. Yes, a frost does look possible here. Further south of that, so through south of London, across the south coast, up through Wales, northwest England, over towards Northern Ireland, there we're going to be frost-free, too much cloud, so it'll just be a grey, gloomy sort of start to Christmas Day in the far south and west, but otherwise we may well have good sunny spells and a frost which will make it look nice and pretty to begin with, perhaps. And then we go through to Christmas afternoon, and again a fairly chilly day being forecast for northern and eastern areas. So it has been a downwards correction with the temperature, I think, for Christmas Eve and for Christmas Day, with the GFS over the past couple of days. So now we're looking at maximums across many central eastern parts of the country, just 5 or 6 degrees. Again, further north, around 2 to 5. You've really got to go to the far southwest of the country, Devon, Cornwall, South Wales, over to Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland too, to find mild temperatures. There we're up to around 10 to 12. So a mild Christmas Day in the far west and southwest, but otherwise a pretty chilly day. Watch out for 1 or 2 fog patches which could linger through much of the day. It doesn't look as though Christmas night will be as chilly as Christmas Eve will be. It's still going to bring more cloud in across the country. Maybe a little bit of frost in the extreme east of East Anglia, but otherwise it looks like it's going to be a frost-free night on Christmas night as cloud moves in from the west. That's Boxing Day, and high pressure is dominating the weather still, but we've moved a weak warm front into this high pressure, which has increased the cloud and started to bring milder air in from the Atlantic. There's the upper air temperatures lifting up through most parts of the country within this area of high pressure. We're still talking about loads of dry weather. Most places are going to stay dry for Boxing Day. Maybe a few patches of light drizzle across parts of northern England and Northern Ireland, but really that's scraping the barrel to find precipitation. We are talking about dry weather dominating, but very cloudy by Boxing Day. We're filling the high pressure up with low cloud and anticyclonic gloom, so it'll be pretty dreary day, I'm afraid, on Boxing Day. Temperatures are lifting up, so it's becoming milder, generally ranging from around, say, 8 to 12 degrees for England and Wales. Still a little bit on the chilly side for Scotland, but even there, temperatures are lifting up. Very mild across Ireland, temperatures around 10 to 12 degrees, and also parts of southwest England, South Wales, looking very mild, but no doubt really gloomy. That's Thursday the 27th. High pressure continues to be sitting over top of the country, dominating the weather, keeping things mostly dry and fine. Upper air temperatures are looking mild or even very mild. Again, loads of cloud underneath this area of high pressure. Maybe it just needs to get a few more breaks compared to Boxing Day, but essentially where we've got these white areas, that's the cloud, and we are talking about a pretty cloudy day there, I think, again on the 27th, with a lot of anticyclonic gloom. And it's a mainly dry day again, so very little going on in terms of the weather. Lots of dry weather continuing. Temperatures are mild, ranging from around 8 to 10 across much of England and Wales. Scotland is somewhere between around 3 to 7. It's a little bit cooler across Northern Ireland, though. We've gone from 12 to 9 there. And then we're into Friday, and it's a case of rinse, repeat, as high pressure continues to be sitting over top of the country for Friday the 28th of December. Again, bringing lots of dry weather. Upper air temperatures are looking mild, but maybe just lowering ever so slightly. Looks like there's more sunshine breaking through now as well. Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland still looking rather cloudy, but England and Wales looks like we're losing the low cloud and gloom, possibly getting more in the way of sunny spells. Again, it's almost universally dry across the whole country. It's a little bit cooler as well. Temperatures for England and Wales between around 6 to 9. For Scotland, we're between around 4 to 8. For Northern Ireland, we're somewhere around 7 or 8 degrees as well. It's interesting, Matt, as you lose a cloud and you get more sunshine, the temperature lowers a little bit, but that's one of the quirks of the winter at this time of the year. Then we're into Saturday the 29th of December, with high pressure still continuing to dominate weather, although there is a weather front across northern, northeastern parts of Scotland. Upper air temperatures look like that, bring some slightly colder air down to the far north of Scotland, but basically upper air temperatures are still quite mild for Saturday the 29th. That's how the cloud is looking, so quite a bit of cloud again, and mostly dry weather continuing. Temperatures have lowered a bit more, so in the north we're talking about temperatures across Scotland between around 2 to 5. For England and Wales, we're between around 5 and 8. For Northern Ireland, we're around 5 or 6 degrees there. So just a little bit cooler again towards the end of the coming week. Then we're running up towards New Year. This is Sunday the 30th of December with high pressure then across northern parts of France as a more active weather system perhaps starts to move into the far north of Scotland. Upper air temperatures are looking mild away from northern and western Scotland. There's a lot of cloud being fed in with those southwesterly winds again. We really will be chasing cloud through this Christmas week. Showery bursts of rain, some of them quite heavy across northern western parts of Scotland. Otherwise, a lot of dry weather again. And temperatures are looking mild. We're up to around 10, 11 degrees across many parts of the country. A little bit colder to the north of Scotland. New Year's Eve has high pressure to the south and it's beginning to reach back up across the country once again. Upper air temperatures are still looking mainly mild away from the far north of Scotland, still suggesting a lot of cloud moving in from the Atlantic. There is a very weak weather front there, but it is dying out through parts of Northern Ireland and Northern England, but basically talking about another dry day for New Year's Eve. Temperatures across England and Wales look very mild, 10 to 12. Scotland looks a little bit colder though. Temperatures there around 2 to 5 degrees. New Year's Day finds a high pressure over the top of the country again, so this high pressure going nowhere fast, sitting over the top of the UK by the Thursday of 2019. Upper air temperatures relatively mild within that area of high pressure, suggesting sunny spells for eastern parts of the country, but quite a lot of cloud in the north and in the west too. It's a mainly dry New Year's Day, not much going on with precipitation. As far as the temperatures are concerned, so as Big Ben chimes midnight, we're going to find that there could be a frost as Scotland and eastern parts of England, but southern and western areas are looking mild at midnight on New Year's Day. And then the temperature for New Year's Day itself actually rather cool away from the west, so we're looking at temperatures of around 6 or 7 degrees, about average really for New Year's Day, but we'll probably feel quite chilly across central and eastern parts of the country. But west looks milder though, 10 or 11 degrees there. I'll just take you through the first week of January. So Wednesday the 2nd has high pressure over the top of the country. Thursday the 3rd pulls that high pressure out in the middle of the Atlantic and starts to try and pull down a cold and northerly wind. Then we go through to Friday the 4th, where we do have quite a cold north to northeast wind. That could feed in some snow showers to northern and eastern parts of the country. But really quickly, that's cut off by Saturday the 5th. We're returning to wet and windy weather from off the Atlantic. And then we go to a much more unsettled spell on Sunday the 6th. And Monday the 7th of January, low pressure takes over. We get rid of all that high pressure that has given us such quiet weather over Christmas and New Year. And we're back into wet and windy weather by Monday the 7th of January. And that's it. So you can see why I said this Christmas from a weather perspective will probably fade into the memory a little bit, because it's going to be one of those Christmases where basically the only talking point is whether you're going to have sunny spells or you're going to be stuck under gloom. And there will be a lot of cloud around, but as we've established, there will be some sunnier days. And actually Christmas Eve, Christmas Day are looking like two of the sunnier days in the coming week through most parts of the country, and two of the slightly cooler days as well. So as I say, we may well wake up to a frost across northern eastern parts of the country anyway on Christmas morning. So it'll look pretty, it'll look seasonable there. We are scraping the barrel a little bit, I think, to try and find some cold weather, but it'll be kind of seasonable looking, at least if we have a bit of frost on the grass. But in the west, no, looks like there'll be too much cloud for a frost in western parts of the country on Christmas morning. Then the rest of the Christmas week, it's basically just a case of chasing the cloud around, watching this high pressure meandering around close to the country, not really going anywhere fast up to New Year. So that is your 24th and final Christmas update. We will have the weekend forecast for you on Christmas Eve. As always, we'll have a Christmas Eve weekend forecast. Tomorrow, we've got your week to 10 day video update. And we've also got the E70F Metro France seasonal model update tomorrow as well. There may be an ensembles watch in the evening. We'll have to see about that. Keep an eye on the Gazweb's social media accounts. Then, of course, Christmas Eve, we've got the weekend forecast, as I say. Christmas Day, we've got the historic video coming up, and that's going to be looking at the winter of 1968-1969. That will be your Christmas Day historic video this year. Boxing Day, there'll be a week to 10 day video update. Right, so that's all for now, and thanks for watching.